Hey everyone, and welcome to the Q&A session for this month. Every month we get questions from you, our viewers, supporters and survivors on topics that are specific to your survivor world or preventing child sexual abuse happening at all in New Zealand and across the world. So I'm Gloria Masters, I'm your host, I'm the CEO and founder of Handing the Shame Back, a foundation dedicated to preventing child sexual abuse and supporting adult survivors who have experienced it. So this month we have another very, very good collection of questions, so I'm going to launch right in. And remember, if you would like your question to be included, please do email us at contactus at handingtheshameback.org, and we will go through and use the information you provide. We won't ever use your name or location. That is personal to you. Okay, here goes question number 1. Hi, I've just become a stepdad to a lovely 10-year-old girl, and while I know she's safe and well cared for, I'm also aware that abuse can happen in trusted environments. I want to be proactive and have age-appropriate conversations with her about body safety and boundaries, but I'm not sure how to approach it without sounding scary or intrusive, especially coming from a stepdad. Any advice on how to gently and respectfully open that door? I think that's a really good question, and I'm just going to wing it, really. First of all, thank you, and I applaud you. You're right, stepdads can often be considered in a group who do abuse children, and equally there's so many who just don't, wouldn't even consider it. I think it's really useful to educate yourself before you start opening any doors with her. So by that I mean either look at material online that you can safely access. There is my book, Keeping Kids Safe, which is a roadmap for parents, teachers and others on how to do this. But it really starts with you understanding that for children, consent is around even small things like tickling being too much, and it starts getting painful, it stops being funny. So educating her around, if she's feeling uncomfortable about anything, saying no, encouraging her to find her voice, and maybe playing games where you do a bit of role play around that. You can also have emojis that she chooses when she's feeling unsafe, so that if you get one sent to you, or if she signals to you that she's feeling unsafe, you can take action around that. Body safety rules do start really very basically with what body parts are, and we know a lot of people have pet names for genitalia, and honestly I don't think we've got the luxury anymore. A penis is a penis and boys have that. A vagina is a vagina and girls have that. So it's really important to name body parts specifically. It's also important for her to understand she can have privacy when she wants to get changed. She can actually ask any adult to leave the room if she would like privacy to get changed. So those are some simple ways in, but remember, it starts with a child feeling uncomfortable. So start working with her on what discomfort feels like for her. And a final tip, because I could go on forever, as you can see, would be to give her permission to choose 2 or 3 safe adults she would go to if something was happening like sexual abuse that she just was very uncomfortable with. May not be who you think she will choose, but it's on her to choose. Hope that helps. Okay, question number 2. My friend recently confided in me about her childhood abuse. I was honoured she trusted me, but I have no idea how to support her properly. I want to be there, but I also don't want to say the wrong thing. Are there some do's and don'ts for people supporting someone who's shared something so personal? Wow, You are honoured. Breathe that in. So it starts with thank you. Thank you for sharing that with me. That would not have been easy. Some don'ts are, don't tell her that, oh, I thought you'd be over it by now because you're an adult, or, but he always seemed really nice, or you always wanted to hang out with her. I thought you must have really liked her. Don't say things like that. All that does is disarm and disrespect the survivor in their courage to speak to you in the first place. Those are some strong don'ts. Some do's are, how can I help apart from listen? Would you like to walk while we talk? What do you need to have around you while you're telling me? Shall we just sit side by side? Would you like me to bring you a coffee? What's going to help you at the moment? And you'll notice how my tone is lowered and I've become very gentle, because that's what survivors need. In the retelling and the reflecting on their story, they can become childlike and similar in age to the child they were when that occurred, believe it or not. So gentleness, softness, kindness, grace, all of those things are really, really important. Remember, you are honoured. Not everyone gets to hear this, and there are no right responses, but less is best. You don't need to say a lot. Hope that helps. Question number 3. I don't have a lot of money, but I'm so inspired by what you do. I am keen to donate to support your work, but I also want to make sure that donations go where they're most needed. Could you explain how funds are used in terms of prevention versus survivor support? What impact could a small monthly donation really have? Oh my goodness, what a question, and thank you for asking it. Look, just so you know, we don't get funded at all, which is why we ask for donations. So I am the CEO and founder of this charity. I don't get paid to do this work. I get a small monthly donation from the charity, which is I think $300 a week, and that helps me to pay off some of the costs connected to the charity, like for instance the calendar system that we use, the microphone and the technology behind all the podcasting, the subscriptions we need to pay to run this properly. Being a member of a charity means we're registered with the Charities Commission, so funding for those things is really important. We also have an incredible executive assistant who is paid to do 10 hours a week, and that's where your money goes. And what Kate does is she does all the preparation for all our board papers, for all our interviews, the preparation behind all of that, research for us on many things, setting up and working behind the scenes on the website. And there's so much she does, and we only pay her 10 hours a week, and she probably works more like 20. So donations, when they're, I would say 50% go to the prevention, which is us providing information and resource on educating adults on how to protect children. So if you go to our website, you'll see we've got free downloadable resources on the hand sign and what to do with that. We also have a response map for you to download and use. So we're doing lots on that. I also go to lots of meetings with people to understand what child trafficking and child abuse is like in their space. So we're talking about ECPAT New Zealand, Tear Fund New Zealand, World Vision New Zealand police and so on. But as I say, we don't get funded, so any donations really help. I think too the content that I provide takes many, many hours, and people don't always understand quite what goes into this. So yes, unfortunately I have to work as well, paid work, because I do have to be able to pay living costs. So donations are what they are, but we're happy to give what we can. Your help is always, always needed. Thank you. Hi Gloria, I saw one of your posts on social media and it really resonated. I've never spoken publicly or even privately about what happened to me. I want to share my story someday, but I'm absolutely terrified of not being believed, especially by people in my family. How do you get past that fear and begin sharing when your voice still feels so shaky? Wow, sending love to you. The short answer is you don't. Don't. When the desire to speak and be heard is stronger than the fear stopping you, is your time to share. If you're not there, please don't push it. That's actually more abusive towards you than anything. You don't need to do it. All you need to do is be able to share it safely, and that can be through journaling, that can be through telling a best friend or a safe person, that can be through a group therapy where you're anonymous to others. There are other ways apart from publicly sharing. When the time is right, make no or have no doubt of this. You won't be wondering. You'll be doing it. So you've got to, I think, start trusting your instinct, start trusting yourself. And as I say, when the feeling is bigger than the fear, you'll be doing it. Just remember, there are many other ways of sharing. So I hope that's helpful. Again, to all of you amazing audience out there, if you have a question you would like answered, please email contact us at handingtheshameback.org, and we will do our very best to help answer your questions. Thank you. And by the way, please do donate. A monthly amount makes all the difference. Thank you.